Hi, welcome to this session where we talk about what's new in working with Microsoft Teams. My name is Mike Borch-Cardona. I'm a product manager at Microsoft, and today I'm joined by my colleague, Anders. Hi, Anders.
Hey, I'm Anders Nørskov. I'm a software developer in the client experience team in Business Central.
So, by combining Business Central Online with Microsoft Teams, you can gain insights on your business data and act on your business data right from within your flow of work. And with the Business Central app for Teams today, you have a number of features, a number of capabilities that you can use inside Teams and inside Business Central. First, you can kickstart conversations from within Business Central itself, using the Share to Teams feature as part of the Share menu. Within Teams, you can access your business contacts. You can look up related information, related documents, and other insights. For example, are there any late payments for this particular contact? And finally, you can paste a link to Business Central data, such as a page or a record, into a Teams chat, and that expands into this elegant and compact card that reveals, sort of a preview of what's at the end of that link. And from there, recipients in the conversation can sort of drill down into the details. So many ways in which you can increase your collaboration efficacy. But for all of that to light up, you need the Business Central app for Teams installed. So in this update, we've made it easier for users to acquire the app, to get the app installed to their Teams client. And do that with fewer clicks, and do that in a very discoverable way. So let me show you how that works. And to illustrate this, I'm going to go to one of these items here. Let's take the Roam guest chair. I'm going to use the new copy link feature. You'll find this in the Share menu. Copy the link to this particular record, and now I'd like to share that into a Teams conversation. Hi, Diego. This is the item we will be marketing this month. And as I paste that link, notice what happens. This banner appears indicating that I can enhance my message, enhance this link with a preview of the link. So I click on Show Preview. It's actually going to install the Business Central app for Teams, expand that link into a card, and now I can just share it. So Teams knows that when I paste that link, there is an app that matches that link. Teams also knows that I don't yet have the Business Central app, and that's where it suggests that I get the app installed. Now, once I do that, all the other functionality that comes with the app also lights up inside Teams. So for example, from here, I can now find the Business Central contact lookup, and I can look up contacts such as this particular vendor. So we've made it really, really simple for users to get the app installed and start taking advantage of all of this capability. And this is now one of multiple ways of getting the Business Central app installed. In fact, there are 4 ways in which end users can get the app. You can do that by pasting a link as I showed you, but also just going directly to the app marketplace inside Teams, or using our direct link, or from Business Central using this little wizard we added that will just guide you through the process. But most interestingly, for administrators, you can also centrally deploy the app to all of your users in the organization, or just certain segments of users, certain groups of users who you think will benefit from using the app. And we call that centralized deployment. And you can find a little wizard inside Business Central which will guide you step by step through that process as well. So we definitely recommend that way to get multiple users started with this. Now, you've seen me share a message, share a card inside a message with someone. Now let's take a look at what that looks like from the recipient standpoint. So those who receive the message inside their Teams chat, what does it look like? And for that, I'd like to hand over to Anders to give us share his thoughts on that.
Thank you very much. While most of the improvements we've done to the Teams integration is under the hood improvements, such as improving the performance and reliability of the service, we've also made some improvements to how you use Business Central inside Teams when you're accessing the card details. We've added more workspace to make it easier for you to finish your tasks inside Teams without having to context switch. And there are a few more subtle things that you'll see in the demo. Let's jump into Teams and see what it looks like. So Mike has shared a sales order with me inside this chat. But as it sometimes happens inside chats, there's a lot of messages, so it's sort of hard for me to find the sales order I'm looking for. Luckily, Teams has just rolled out this new pin message feature that you can use. you can access the feature by simply right-clicking a message and choosing the pin action. That will bring that message on the top of the chat window, so it's easy to find. I can see that Mike already pinned this message, so let's just jump right to it. Looking at the adaptive card here, I can see that this is the sales order I'm looking for, because I'm presented with a short summary of all the important information. The summary here is the default summary. As a partner or industry expert, you can go ahead and customize that to show the information that's important for your users. If you're familiar with the adaptive cards, one thing you'll notice is that the pop-out button is no longer here. We have moved that inside the details view to give you a more progressive experience when you're working with Business Central inside Teams. Let's click details and see what it looks like. So what you'll notice here is that we're getting an almost full screen experience while still being in the context of Teams. This means that you can easily get an overview of all your data and go ahead and make the changes you need. Previously, we had some size constraints that meant that we have to really optimize for size. So stuff like the fact box wasn't being shown by default. But all of that is gone now, so we can give you something that's really close to a desktop experience. With the new experience, it's really easy to get the overview and make the changes you need. So let me just take a look at this sales order. I can see we're only selling 8 Amsterdam lamps. I spoke to the customer earlier today and I happen to know that they actually need 10 for this order. So I'll just make that update right away. If you still want to have the full Business Central experience, you can still access that in the upper right corner context menu and just select the Open in Browser action. This will take you into Business Central as you know it, in the full context of the work you are doing. So you'll still have the sales order and the changes you made. If you're looking up here in the contextual menu, you'll see that there are a few more actions. I don't want to go through all of them, but this one in particular is a little interesting, to me at least. This is an app permissions shortcut that'll let you easily manage what permissions you give Business Central access to. This is specifically useful when you're using Business Central on a mobile phone, which I happen to do inside Teams as well. With these changes, we're able to complete our workflows inside Teams without having to switch away. So let's just close this down. Now that I updated the order, let's reply back to Mike saying, I did a little change. All good now. The improvement we've made in this release with working with Business Central inside Teams aligns to a greater theme, and that is trying to align the experiences across the different products and ways you can access Business Central. So that means whether you're accessing the pop-out inside the Business Central web client, if you're looking at details inside Teams, or if you're accessing the pop-out action inside Outlook, you'll get a similar experience with all the capabilities you know, letting you work with lists, do efficient data entry, and share data between Microsoft products.
So there's a familiarity and consistency as users switch between, using Outlook, using Teams, using the Business Central web client. And along with that consistency comes, of course, so many fantastic features as well. So let's now summarize what we've just seen. We're giving you more space to work with your business data inside Microsoft Teams. And the recipients of a card can go from viewing the card, to viewing the details inside Teams, to popping that out into its own window as well. And we've also made it easier for users to get started with the Business Central app. Just by pasting a link, Teams will encourage installing the Business Central app for Teams. So now, if you're new to working with Business Central and Microsoft Teams together, check out these resources. These links are pretty useful for understanding how to get started, different ways in which you can install the app, the functionality that comes with it, but also, we've got a really extensive FAQ document. All your questions are answered there. So, if you're looking for what else is going on in the world of connecting Office applications with Business Central, I definitely recommend you check out this session about what's new in working with files in OneDrive and Outlook. And if you have more time to spare, check out these other sessions as well, where we cover what's new in the clients and also what's new in the world of Power Platform. So that's the end of this brief session. We're already hard at work on the next great thing in integrating Microsoft Teams with Business Central. In the meantime, please do send us your feedback, submit your ideas to aka.ms/bcideas. We're so interested in hearing all of the great things you're doing between Business Central and Microsoft Teams and bringing those things together to improve your collaboration efficacy. And we really look forward to evolving Business Central together with your ideas. Well, thank you and see you in the next session.
Thanks for watching.